And most importantly, let us record here. All right. I think. Are we on? No, we're not on time. We're 10 minutes late. All right. Take your headphones off. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of The Artistic Biker, live from Houston, Texas hotel room, Staybridge. They set me up. Let me tell you how they really set me up. This is a great deal. Right there in that room is a conference room, so there's nobody over there to bother. And I'm a long ways away from that wall, so there's nobody over there to bother. The only people that can hear me are the people walking up and down the halls, and maybe the people in the rooms across the way, because I do tend to get just a little bit loud when I sing the Christmas songs, right? Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. It's one of my favorite songs. I used to walk around the shop, the weld shop, singing that all the time. If you can't tell, this is the Christmas episode. This is the Christmas episode. And the reason this is the Christmas episode is because next week is Christmas, right? No. Is that right? Yes. Next week is Christmas, so there will not be a show next week. I failed to mention last week that there wouldn't be a show, and people showed up, and I feel so bad that people showed up. But it was my company Christmas party, and I couldn't miss that because it's my first company Christmas party in my boss's house. So I had to go to that one. So no show last week. And no show next week because it's actually Christmas. And, we have Santa coming, and we've got to be there for that, right? That's Christmas Eve. The 24th is Thursday is the 24th is New Year's Eve. So we've got to be there for Santa to come in. And, the kids will be excited, and there'll be dinners and stuff. So no show next week. So that makes this the Christmas show. That makes this the only show that we're going to get to talk about, sing about, and paint about Christmas in the book. So, let's just do that, right? Let me get the intro to the YouTube video done, and we'll meet back on the other side, and we'll talk more about what's been going on here, what's been going on there. Man, it's hot. I got the air conditioner set at 69. I'm burning up, I tell you. I'm a hunk of burning love. All right, here we go. That is not Christmassy at all. Who started that? Oh, it was because Blue Christmas came on a while ago. I'll have a blue Christmas without you. There's the sexy redheaded Darcy. Start singing a little Elvis. That brings the redheads from around the world. All right. So here we go. I will be so glad to get back into... I got a house. I'll be in a house the next time you see me. Hello, peoples. Welcome to this week's episode of The Artistic Biker. Last time on The Artistic Biker, there were some terrible, terrible things going on in the world, all over the world. And we were kind of huddled down about it. I was kind of missing my family just right then. And so we did a little dedication to peace. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. This week, however... this is the Christmas episode. So, in true Christmas fashion, I am going to paint a Christmas type page. So with that, let's just turn the page and get started. Alright, so, picture in picture. What do you like better? Do you like picture in picture better? Or do you like the split side by side better? Which one do you like better? Or would you rather just see the book? Whatever you guys tell me. I'm easy tonight. Well, I'm easy every night. You can't say anything in Doc Frankenfurter's voice without sounding naughty. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Where's my brush? Man, I thought I was prepared. I said I've got brushes, I've got this, I've got that, I've got the other thing. Let's start the show. And we start the show, darn if there aren't brushes. Darn, he said. That's not brushes. There's a brush. It's stiff. Must like the Frankenfurter voice. It's not really the brush I wanted, but it's the brush I'm going to use, huh? All right. You like to pick and pick better? Canadian Robin likes to pick and pick better. Ada Louise likes pick and pick better. Let's see. I don't even know if I can find it again. We're going to lose all this fancy stuff. Since I have the only vote. Why do you have the only vote? Ada Louise voted. You think because you're in Canada. I don't want to talk too much about voting. We talk entirely too much about voting here in the United States right now, and it's a long ways off. And I don't even want to. I can't even. I just can't even. Oh, we got us a bot. Everybody act straight. Everybody straighten up. There's a bot. Good evening, Mr. Bot. There we go. Man, that just got all over me. Where's my towel? Where's my towel? Now, I tell you what, I started doing some painting. I won't tell you much, but when I do, I'll tell you what. I started doing some painting in my room the other day, and I'm just scattered. Everything's just scattered everywhere. All right. Well, don't step on that. You step on that, and burn that right into that carpet. All right, where's that brush? So, what has been going on? What has been going on? The Christmas show. I missed the Christmas show. My kids were in the school Christmas pageant, and I missed it. My wife said she'd record it. She didn't. Somebody did though. They make a CD every year, DVD every year, and so she said she could have recorded it for me, but it wouldn't have been as good as the DVD. So the only difference is that one, I have to pay for the DVD, and I'm a cheapskate. There's that, and then the other thing is that the only scenes I care about are the scenes where my kids are on the stage. I don't care about them. I have a 5th grader and I have a kindergartner. I do not care what the 7th grade's doing. All right. We need to dry that. Man, I put a lot on there. Man, all right. So organized, so prepared, so organized and prepared. What can I unplug? What's there to unplug? I don't even know. Probably nothing. Oh, the camera. The camera. I'm going to start a fire. Good thing we had picture in picture. All right. Phew. Let me dry this for a little bit. We'll take a little break. We'll be right back. Hair dryer. I might be just a little bit off kilter this week, because as opposed to any other week. Camera's not even showing me. As opposed to any other week, because for the last 2 nights in a row, I was up until flipping 1 o'clock in the morning, and I have a day job that I'm supposed to be at 6. So for the last 2 nights in a row, I'm up at 1 o'clock in the morning, binge watching Jessica Jones on Netflix. How sad is that? Isn't that sad? I don't see it lasting. It might last. It might make it. I don't see it lasting. It's a good show. I enjoyed it. The problem is that those of you who have watched it, is it Brighton or Bridgeton? Anyway, whoever just came in the chat room. The problem that I have with the show is the same problem that I had with Forever. Now, I liked Forever. Everybody in my family liked Forever. It was on CBS. It had Lancelot. Can't think of the actor's name. Anyway, it was on CBS, and the premise of Forever was this guy. Every time he died, his body would just disappear, and apparently his clothes too would just disappear, and he would reappear naked in the nearest body of water. Now, if his clothes disappeared, why did his body? Why? I mean, if his clothes disappeared, then why didn't they reappear? You know, I never really quite got that, and they never really explained what happened. Because the show was canceled. The reason the show was canceled was because the writers did not write him dying into every episode. If you are going to have a show about a guy who dies and comes back to life, who is immortal, then you have to kill him off. You have to let him die. And he did not die every episode. And so it got boring. It turned into a weird Dark Shadows type soap opera that didn't have any dark shadows. For you youngins, Dark Shadows was a vampire soap opera in the 60s. And the express reason that my grandfather bought a color television. He was walking through Sears and he saw an episode of Dark Shadows and he says, "Oh, we got to have this." So that is the express reason my grandparents bought a color television. Anyway, Forever was like that. Hey, Boudreaux. Forever was like that. We're moving quickly on this background because we started 10 minutes late and I want to get to what's on your easel. So Forever, let me just repeat myself again. Forever was like that, where it's all brooding and character driven and spooky, but they didn't kill him off like they should have killed him off. So every episode you're thinking, okay, how's he going to die this week? And he didn't die. How's he going to get out of it this week? And he didn't die. And if you're going to have a show about a guy who dies, and you got to kill him off at least every other episode. Highlander, they at least killed him off every other episode. So coming back around to Jessica Jones, which I've been binge watching the last 2 nights until 1 o'clock in the morning, if I failed to mention that earlier. Coming back around to Jessica Jones, here's this girl, dainty little thing that she is, that is super strong. And when you're going to have a show about a girl that's super strong, she has to express her super strength. She's a detective, and most of the time the show was just about her being a detective, and there wasn't much of her super strong, breaking things, jumping things. So I don't suspect that it's going to last very long unless they can make it back, because Netflix doesn't have to live up to the same standards as CBS does. Maybe Netflix can bring it back next year and say, okay, let's have some more of the jumping and the kicking and the super stuff. Anyway, last 2 nights in a row, so I might just be a little scattered. I'm going to set this aside and I'm going to do what's on your easel. What's on your easel? What's on your easel? What's on your easel today? Okay, let's move over here to the easels, because this is the what's on your easel portion of the show. So we're going to scroll down. Let me see, did I show this one? This is from the 3rd. This was from December 3rd. APG got, bless her heart, she got lost in the mail, and then all of a sudden I found a bunch of them. So this is from the 3rd, where she's got some patterns painted on a canvas, I'm going to blow that up. And I'm going to try and zoom in. Try not. Do or do not. Oh, it's puffy paint. Puffy paint patterns. So that's what APG sent in December 3rd. We're going to have a run of APG because we've missed her a few times. She's been lost in the ether. So then on what day is this? On the 17th, she sends in, I'm calling her. This is on our website, mypurpledoorstudios.com. It says, I'm calling her. Here's a photo series of whips. This is for the Artistic Biker's What's on Her Easel segment for his Thursday night Ustream. So can we do it in a slideshow? Yes, we can do it in a slideshow. So there's the first slide. There is the next slide. There is the next slide. There is the next slide. And there is she started painting the face in. And that's this face, if you missed it. So APG's got her paint going on. Woohoo! Get your paint on, girl. You got it. You got it. Get your paint on, girl. Canadian Robin's in the chat room. It's actually on an easel. Wow. I know, right? All right. So that's what APG sent in. And then let's see here. I probably lost more than that, but at least we got those, right? I'm so proud to have found those. And then Pamela French last week sent an easel in, but we didn't have a show last week. So Pamela French sends in a full-size render. I don't know what's up. Virtual your eyes. It might be porn. Oh, it's one of them. What do they call that? What do they call that style? Noir. It's not noir. Art Nouveau. The 20s style. Sweet. Looking good, Pamela. All right. I don't know if that's Art Nouveau. I don't know. And then Athala. I love Athala stuff. It's always so fun. She's got, look here, corrugated owl, where she's taken corrugated cardboard and rolled it up into an owl. How fun is that? Athala, I love it when you send in stuff like this. She's always doing something creative with the stuff laying around her house. That's because she's up there in Canada where stuff freezes and she can't leave the house. Speaking of Canada, the next one is Canadian Robin. How's that for a segue? Canadian Robin sends in. Ooh, a face. I see a face. Ooh. Robin. Sweet. And then here is another image. Another face. Ooh. Very nice. Very nice. Are these graphite? What are these? It doesn't say. Daily, yeah. Daily graphite drawing. Daily. Wow, that's impressive. What do we have here? I try to do stuff daily, but that sometimes saying the word daily sabotages me. There's a puppy eating a baby, eating a small child. Somebody rescue the child, or is it the child eating the dog? Oh no, they're cuddling and taking a nap. That's cute. That's adorable. That is what Canadian Robin sent in. I'm sorry, Robin. I was picking on you. Hey, Kia Gillian slipping into the chat room because this is recorded before a live internet audience. The Artistic Biker is recorded before a live internet audience. All right, so that is what you guys sent to me. We haven't heard from Jay in a while. The sexy red-headed Darcy didn't send me anything. Okay, so that's what you guys sent. At least that's what I found that you guys sent. And then dun, dun, dun. Again, saying the word daily seems to sabotage me. So my daily sketching, for instance, the last daily sketch I did was this one. Is supposed to be 3 items, and I got 2 items on there, and then I had to go to work. I had to leave. So this is the one. I take my time on this one because this is my morning sketch with my morning coffee. So I take my time with this one, but I got rushed because I was going to be late for work if I didn't stop. So, and I don't know if I showed you guys that one or not. I was showing you that this time to emphasize the point that when I say that I'm going to do something daily, it almost always sabotages me. Like my daily watercolor portraits. The last daily watercolor portrait I did was after last week's show when I painted Gina. I think that was after last week's show. I think. I don't know. Or not last week, but the week before that. So, that was that. And then I'm going to switch over here to screen view real quick if I can manage this without... You get banned for showing nudity? Because Jay likes to prance around the chat room naked. I do too, when it's not my turn on camera. Oh, hi, Carrie. Let me scroll down here, and I will show you this was a commission. This little jewel right there got me a free night at the hotel. So I painted that one since the last time we were together. And let's see, where's the other one? I painted this one since the last time we were together. I actually have that one here. The other one was a gift to the owner of the hotel. But just a little 9x12, me playing with my watercolors. Some fun stuff. So anyway, that is what was on my easel. That is what was on your easel. If you would like to be a part of what's on your easel, simply send an email to blade@artisticbiker.com. That you can't see it on the live show, but when we do the recording, I'll be pointing at my email address. Send it to blade@artisticbiker.com with the subject line easel, and we'll use your works to inspire other people to do stuff, because that's really what this is all about, is to inspire people to get out and make stuff and do stuff and have fun doing it. So that said, this is not quite dry. So we're going to dry it a little bit. I'm going to make sure I've got it right side up. We're going to dry it just a little bit. We will take a little break, and we will be right back. Hair dryer. Yeah. If you guys send an easel in and I don't get it in time to put it on the show, or I can't find it in time to put it on the show, or I have gremlins, if by the time when I do get it, I'll make sure I include it next time. All right, we're going to have some fun this week with this. It's mostly just going to be painting again because I don't have any Mod Podge. My little Mod Podge bottle, I have just a little bit of Mod Podge. Just a little bit of the Mod Podge, and it's empty. So that limits what I can glue in. So we're going to move along. I swore I was going to bring a paper plate so I could use it as a palette, but I can use this. Let's get a little red. Where's the red? Let's start with some red. Let's put a little Let's put a little of this on here, like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that'll work. That'll be fine. So, put a little bit of red on here. When I draw like that in my book, I'm not looking for accuracy as much as I'm just trying to make points so that I can kind of see, kind of use as a guideline. I actually end up drawing with my brush. So, like this time, I'm going to take this color here. You know what? I'm going to have to add some white to that because it's not opaque like a snake. Look, I got a new tube of white. Whee! That green, though, is not opaque like a snake. So, sound like I'm smoking a cigar. I add just a little bit of this white to it because this white is supposed to be opaque. And a while now it won't shut. This white is supposed to be opaque like snake. So let's mix that together and see if we can make that just a little more and more, right? Yeah, that worked like a charm. Like a charm. Now let's see how opaque the red is. Where's my towel? How are we doing on time? Oh, good Lord, we're already running late. Does anybody mind if we go over time just a little bit tonight? Because this may take me a little longer than usual. And that's especially odd because I've been thinking about this page for weeks. And so it's especially odd that I would go over when I already have the page, when I've already been fantasizing about how I want the page to look. So if you don't mind me going over just a little bit, I'm probably going to go over just a little bit. I didn't see, you know what, I know, Boudreaux is killing me to not have my spray paints. Boudreaux's in the chat room saying it's amazing how I've survived without my spray paints. It's killing me, hon. It's absolutely killing me. I can't spray paint. I can't collage. I don't collage much anyway, but I don't collage much. I collage a little, but I don't collage much. But I like to paint. You know, I just like to move the paint around. It's just fun to just get in there and just start moving the paint around, you know? Sometimes you have a plan, sometimes you don't have a plan. Sometimes it's all just about moving the paint around. And really, I just love that. I love the feeling of moving the paint around. I love talking about moving the paint around. I just love this stuff. It's just relaxing for me, you know? And I can get frustrated. Sometimes things just really screw up, and I think, oh, man, I suck. I ought to sell all my paints and go live in a van down by the river. Yeah, can't fling the water. They're in the chat room talking about all the things I can't do because I'm not in my studio. But the wife and I, we're supposed to close on our house next week. And when we do, we have already decided that we are going to park our cars outside and we are going to turn the garage into studio. And so our garage is going to become our studio. So that's going to be nice. That's going to be really nice. Need some yellow. Oh, and we're going to have a party, and APG, and I need to get hold of Dixie Doodles too. We got to have a party. We got to have a housewarming party. Might just be us, you know, because the wife won't be here until like June. But we got to have a party. We were talking about buying a. We were talking about buying a crawfish cooker. So by Mardi Gras we could have a crawfish boil out there. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't be the same girl if you're not here with me. And when those blue snowflakes start falling, is when those blue memories start calling. You'll be doing alright with your Christmas white, but I have a blue Christmas. All right, I need to dry this, so bear with me. Let me dry this real quick. We'll take a little break and we'll be right back. That's probably dry enough for us. Do. Because you know, it opens tomorrow night. Yeah, I think they're opening it up. Star Wars. I think they're opening it up for at midnight tonight. I think they're in line to watch it at midnight tonight. Darce, I didn't see your answer a while ago. Is Jay having trouble getting into Ustream, or is he having trouble getting into the chat? The crawfish cooker that I want is the one we're talking about in the chat room. Is the one where it holds like 45 pounds of crawfish. and it when you open it. Let me change cameras. When you open the top of it opens into a sled that you can aim right into your big ice chest. So you open the top of it and it turns into a sled into the ice chest. And then the basket is on a hinge also. And so when you pick the basket up slow, then you just take the basket, give it a couple of shakes, and then dump the whole basket over into the sled, and all the crawfish go into the cooler. And you shut the cooler, it keeps them warm. Move them off to the side, or you can ice them down and stop them from cooking so they don't get rubbery. Either way, I don't like them cold though. Anyway, shove them off to the side, put some more in, and keep going. And the third or fourth batch is when they start to really get flavorful. So I want one of those. I want one of those. I didn't give him a hat. He needs a hat. Shoot. Oh, that's crazy, Doris. She says he can get into Ustream, he can log in, but he can't find my show at all. That bites. All right. Now, I'm gonna dry the Santa hat. I had to dry that. I had to dry the Jabba so I could paint the Santa stuff on it. So let me dry that real quick. Hair dryer. All right. Now here comes the weird part. We have to subdue it. Because it's still just background. It's still just background. So, just a touch of that. I don't want to subdue it too much. A little bit of black, a little bit of Payne's gray. A little bit of... I can't shake my brush out. Santa Jabba knows whether you've been good, naughty, or nice. Yeah, see, because I'm not using spray paints, I run into the risk of getting too much paint on there at once. Because I can't, it's hard to control it like this. Like a charm. Work like a charm. Yeah, the hat smeared a little bit because white wasn't quite dry. But we can live with that. We can work that in. Yeah, buddy. Like a charm. Exactly what I wanted to happen. All right. One more time. Let me dry this. That is not high. That's high. All right. So, what we need to do now. Ooh, Blade, getting kicky with what did I do? Getting kicky with the technology. Okay, so let's see here. We need. I have the technology. I am technology. I don't know what you're talking about. Where'd my white paint go? From the get-go on this show, we have worked in multiple camera angles. We have tried to work in guests. We have tried to work in, from the get-go. We're trying to make this PBS ready. So let's see, let's start here. And let's come out to here like this, and a little bit of this going on. And there's this, and then there's this. Can you dig it? A little more green there. How are we doing on time? Who just showed up? Hey, Barb. Lilith snuck in too, and then Brenna Abstracts. Who else we have? Who else snuck in? Lisa Loves to Scrap. All right. Cool beans. Cool beans. Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas time. I gotta do something about that one. I can't have that song stuck in my head. Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And in case you didn't hear, oh, by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas, New Year. Oh, oh, the mistletoe, hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you, kiss her once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas. Ooh, the mistletoe. Somebody waits for you. Kiss her once for me. What else is going on? There's got to be something else going on. Let's see. We covered moving. Oh, let me tell you. Let me tell you about the Christmas pageant. So, hang on. This needs to dry just a second anyway. Just to kind of cure a little bit. Let me show you this picture. Let me show you this picture real quick. It's from my bride. So, here's my son. The kindergarten class was were sheep, were livestock during the Christmas pageant, right? This is a tradition. They do this every year at the Christmas pageant. The kindergarten class, not only do they get up there and sing once, but then they come back as livestock for the whole nativity scene. And so here, if you can imagine, now this is the whole auditorium is just quiet. The whole auditorium. Here's the nativity scene. Here's the livestock around, dressed up like sheep, just cute as a bug. Whole auditorium. Dead silence as the angels are coming in to make their announcement. Just before, they do Hark the Herald Angels. So here come the angels, right? The angels are coming in to make their announcement. Whole audience is quiet. Whole auditorium. Everybody's just watching the majesty, the pageantry of the angels walking in. And the whole auditorium is dead quiet. Bah! My son. Bah! My son. Yes. I couldn't be more proud. I couldn't have been more proud. It was awesome. That was awesome. Diva Dave. It's 3.Diva Dave sighting. We are truly blessed. Truly blessed indeed. Christmas is complete. Speaking of which, I have an announcement to make on that one too. That is K-Berg. That's Jabba the Hutt in a Santa suit. So, New Year's is coming up, and every year I try to get this going, and every year something happens where it doesn't go through. But this year we have a whole bunch of people involved in getting New Year's wishes online and singing Auld Lang Syne. And so I started a Facebook group. If you'd like to be a part of it, Go to Facebook, look me up, look Carrie up, look Romany up, find the group. It's called, what did I call it? New Year's Extravaganza. I think I call it New Year's Extravaganza. Anyway, look us up. And what we're going to do is we're going to sing. We're going to sing. Auld Lang Syne in the key that they did it in It's a Wonderful Life, so that we're all in the same chord key, and then I'm going to take all of our singing and I'm going to combine it into a chorus. So that I'll take all of our singing and I'm going to combine it into a chorus so that nobody's voice stands out. So you don't have to worry about, well, I can't sing. The husband laughs at me when I sing. The wife laughs at me when I sing. The neighbors laugh at me when I sing. The dogs howl when I sing. I believe that Romany is going to actually get Maddie and Scooby to sing with her. So you don't have to worry about your dogs howling when you sing. You don't have to worry about any of that. We're just going to have some fun with it. And the whole point is you make your Christmas wish, whether that's world peace or a piece of pie. It doesn't make any difference. Make your Christmas wish. And then we'll string all the wishes together into a video, and we'll use the Auld Lang Syne audio as background. Anyway, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's the kind of stuff I really, really enjoy doing. And you're all invited to play along. We only have room for about, seriously, we only have room for about 20 people. But that doesn't mean that you can't play along on your own channel if you have a YouTube channel. And it doesn't mean that you can't play along in a group. So all right, let me dry this and then we'll get on the lettering. Hair dryer. I see everybody bouncing in and out. It wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me at all to have the bot ban me for nudity. have to add some white to the yellow because the yellow is not opaque like a snake. I bet the bot was sitting there waiting to ban me for nudity. Like Carrie said, a little bot hand on the trigger. Almost done. Just cleaning up the letters a little bit. This riveting entertainment, I know. I know. Shouldn't have lost that. There we go. There we go. And we didn't even run over. Mistletoe. May the cheer be with you. So that is our Happy Merry Christmas Hanukkah Saturnailstis Tide show. Christmas Hanukkah Saturnailstis Tide. That's what it is. It's a Happy Merry Christmas Hanukkah Saturnailstis Tide. So there's Jay. Jay keeps bouncing in and out. Jay, I'm sorry you're having such a hard time. Everybody's having a hard time here at the end. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me. You know this is my favorite night of the week when I get to art with my besties. I look forward to it every week. It's a Festivus. Still need side. No, because I don't have the long hair. I don't actually have any hair. So, and she didn't have side buns, Nomadic Roads. She didn't have side buns in the Slave Leia outfit. In the Slave Leia outfit, she had the dreads. Or not dreads, but the loopy things. Long braids and stuff. Anyway, again, Happy Merry Christmas Hanukkah on Saturnailstis Tide to you and yours and many more and many New Years. And like I said, this is my favorite night of the week when I get to art with my besties. I look forward to it every week. Be sure and tune in next week. No show next week because next week is actually Christmas Eve. So I will be hanging with the babies, trying to get them to go to sleep so that Santa can come, right? We can't have the babies awake because Santa Jabba is going to be there. And, you know, right? So, and in the immortal words of Chewbacca, to you and yours. And then we dance. And then we dance until somebody says that they see us dancing. Like Dee Dee. Oh my God, did you see Dee Dee dancing? She was doing this, and then she was doing this, and she says, I feel like Blade. So we dance until somebody says that they see us dancing, and then you be sure and click the links that are around because there's like 500 videos here to watch. So click the subscribe button is the one that's most important, and then look at the other videos that are hanging around over there. And guys, thank you. Thank you so much for joining me. Mwah. Peace out.